I started my Infocase in 2008, and right now it becomes more than a $40 million company because of.
Hey guys, I'm Shloka.
And I'm Bhavitha.
And welcome to our channel, Voices Unheard,
where we share the stories that deserve to be heard.
We're 7 high school students with 7 different stories,
coming together to give voices to the ones that often go unheard.
Today we have a very special guest with us,
someone that's been an inspirational person my whole life and played an impactful role since I was a kid.
Joining us today is none other than Mr. Nagaseshu Karla, an IT professional who has been in the industry for over 16 years, working various jobs in various sectors, and today even has his own IT consultancy.
Over the years, my father has worked for many Fortune 50 companies, and now he has his own software company named Infocase Inc., where he gathers many intellectual individuals to work on IT projects to present to potential clients.
Along with maintaining a successful IT business, Mr. Seshu is also one of the main proprietors of Kubera Jewelers USA, which started about a year ago and provides each of their customers with priceless and timeless jewelry.
On that note, let's dive deeper and actually begin the interview and get to know the story behind the amazing man that we have here with us today.
Hi Seshu Abdul, thank you for joining us today in our interview. We're so glad to have you and be able to interview today.
Thank you. This is my first interview, and hope it will go positive.
Yeah.
To start off our interview, our very first question is, when you first moved to the US, did you plan on staying for a long term or did you plan on leaving after some time? What specific situations or factors influenced you to make you the decision that you did?
Initially, my plan was to stay here for 5 years to grow and go back to India after 5 years. But the endless possibilities, the endless opportunities make me here to stay here for 23 years and to stay more. I became an entrepreneur here. I came here as an employee and I became an entrepreneur. It's not because of my plan. This country makes me to pursue beyond my plan actually, and I became an entrepreneur because of the opportunities that came to here in this country, and I started my Infocase in 2008, and right now it becomes more than a $40 million company because of the endless opportunities in this country actually.
So when you came from India to America, you were first generation, and how did that work for you and how did that impact you? Did you have support from your parents or did you not have support from them?
I mean, my parents, I have a big support from my parents. When I grow, the way they raised me, the way they raised me makes me more confident and the willingness to explore the opportunities. But when I came here in this country, I came here with $500 actually, not more than that actually, with $500, and the opportunities that I explored, I did a lot of businesses while doing my job. The raising, the parents, how they raised me is always willing to explore the beyond the plans. That's the way, and I am the first generation immigration kid in my family, and I'm not a meritorious student. The willingness to explore the things make me more grow in this country, make me where I am right now actually.
Did your story of coming from India to America, did your story inspire other people in your family?
Oh yeah, lot of people actually, a lot of people, because honestly, when I was studying in my bachelor's, I worked for right now 150 rupees per month. 150 rupees per month means it's $2 per month. So I paid my fees while learning my college, while learning at the time of my college education. And right now, I mean, when I see the growth that I have from the beginning to here, it's definitely inspires me, and inspires a lot of people at my village and a lot of people at my family generations actually.
How do you think your education in India shaped your goals and how you work compared to studying in America?
The education in India definitely it gives me the character, what I am right now, and also the education in India always the persistence and the hard work. I mean, even though we are not I'm not an IIT graduate, I'm not an IIM graduate, but the persistence, and the hard work, that I learned in Indian education system and from my parents also, and the hard work that makes me what I'm today. At the same time, the discipline and the hard work that Indian education system gives me what I'm today actually.
Adding on to this previous question, is there anything that college in India left you unprepared for in that you'd experienced in America?
Mainly I would say innovation. Innovation in the system that we have in the Indian education system. Definitely when I see in the education system in US, it is more innovative than in Indian education system actually. But India definitely teach you the amount of hard work, the amount of consistency, and the amount of discipline actually that teaches you in Indian education system. Whereas the innovation in US education system, we have more innovation than in India actually.
Could you tell us a little about your experience about your education in India and how you went to college and school?
Oh yeah, definitely. So, after my 10, we have only in high school. High school means like we have only 10th actually till 10th where we studied in my village, and then we migrated. We don't have any college education system in our village. Then we migrated to the nearby city, and I did my 10+2, and also I did my bachelor's in mathematics. And after the college makes me actually like as a more confident and as a more leader than the education actually. And I was the state level top ranker in my math Olympiad in my graduation. But the environment makes me more as a confident and as a leader and fearless. I never, if the situation comes, I never fear for anything actually, because the college makes me, that government college makes me more as a fearless and as a leader actually.
So
I did my master's in Andhra University in computer applications, in Indian education system you become a more stronger as a person actually.
So back a few questions back, you talked about how you came to the US with $500 only, but lots of support from your parents, a fearless and confident mindset. And obviously having a fearless and confident mindset is important, but sometimes no matter how fearless and confident we are, there will be problems. So was there a time from 2004 from when you moved here to 2025 when you wanted to stop and go back to India and then settle there?
Yes, I definitely say that when I went for my first job in Bloomington, Illinois, and I don't have a car. I'm new to I switched my technology at that time. Okay, I'm new to the technology at that time. That I'm going to work. Okay, and I would say in this country when we showed up to the people that we are a very experienced folks, but in the real time scenario we are not that experienced. Then when we honestly, like let me tell you, with with a very cold, freezing environments. We without car and going to the office on the buses, and at the same time, I was earning a good amount of money when I was working in India, and I came here in this country as an immigrant due to the weather conditions and due to the new environment. Do I need to stay here? I mean, sometimes I was thinking, hey, can I go back and can I stay here? But somehow, I mean, due to the challenges, due to the things that I learned from my parents and the things that I learned from my education, always to face the challenges and to stay here in this country. For first 1 month, I think I was in dilemma to go back, but I was never in dilemma to go back in India in my entire 23 years. Actually.
Even through all these challenges, you still stayed in America and decided to set up Infokis Inc. What is the story behind Infokis Inc. and did you have any mistakes that you regretted in the beginning days of the company?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, when we start, I always have a mind of entrepreneurship actually. Whether I was in the college, even though I don't have money, but I always have in the mind to start some kind of entrepreneurship, whether it is a less amount of money that we make, that's fine, but I always have that mind. So we started a company in 2008 with one of my partner and classmate actually, K. Ravi Kumar. We both started in Infokis in 2008, and we started a company in California, but we don't know how to work the things. We learned the things from our friends, and we did the first entrepreneurial ventureship with Equifax. That's a big company in Chicago, and we started our journey from like a $1,000 to right now with a $40 million actually. So.
What was the biggest challenge you faced when you were setting up the company?
The setting up the things is because we are new to this country, we don't know the rules, we don't know the immigration rules. We know like little bit, but we are not into the immigration rules. And especially I was doing as a passive entrepreneurship from 2018 to 16. I was working and I started my company in 2008. But in 16, when I quit my job and completely focused on my company, in 2016, when we know the things, we usually get a lot of scarism. I mean, a lot of fearness in are we running the company right way or wrong? Or there are a lot of challenges from the immigration in 2017 when the Trump came. But there are big challenges actually. When we brought the people from India on the H-1B visa, so we have a lot of challenges there. Then we understand what is the law and how do we move forward, and we try to educate ourselves actually from the attending a lot of seminars and lot of immigration podcasts, and we understand the current immigration, what is the law, and we followed the law and we grown actually.
What is one of the most important things and one of the most things you're proud of what Infokis has done in terms of for others or for you?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. I mean, the biggest thing is actually we always proud of ourselves is our character actually. We make sure that our employees even be honest and we follow the law. And when we supply to the resources to the client, okay, we make sure that we are unique compared to the other people. For example, like right now everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and cloud, especially in terms of in the years 2015-16, nobody was talking about the cloud. But we are the early adoption of the cloud in 2013 itself. So we are one of the first companies to adapt the cloud development in 2013. People doesn't know much about the cloud in 2013, but we are the early adoption of the cloud. Even right now also, in 2021, people doesn't know much about artificial intelligence, but we are the early adopters of the AI in 2020-21, and right now even our company is very focused on generative AI, but we are the early adopters of generative AI in 22 itself.
So, moving on from InfoKeys, you are like one of the biggest investors for Kubera Jewelers USA and Oraxen.ai, and you simultaneously run InfoKeys at the same time. So how do you manage all of these, and are you proud of yourself? Looking back from then, you were just here, an employee, and now you're an investor, CEO, and co-founder. So are you proud of yourself?
I definitely. I mean, it's all come from the support from my family, and yes, I was the main investor, one of the main investors for Kubera Jewelers LLC, and also there is a support from the friends, and also the support from the co-founders. In Oraxen.ai, I'm one of the founders for Oraxen.ai, which is the leading company in leading startup in generative AI company, and I was one of the co-founder, and we have a good team actually. It's all not only me, it's all how see InfoKeys like when we started with $1,000 and right now 40 million. It's not about only me, actually my team, entire team, and even Kubera Jewelers, my partners, my co-founders in Oraxen.ai. So we share the the responsibilities, and we share the responsibilities how we operate, and yeah, it's all it's all how we innovatively do the things, and at the same time how we collaboratively work and make sure that if they, definitely there will be a mistakes. Even when we started the company in Kubera Jewelers, we learned a lot actually. Even the Oraxen.ai, when we started that company, people doesn't aware of much about the generative AI, but the founders and we evaluated. Right now we have almost in Oraxen we have 80+ employee company, and in Kubera Jewelers we did a lot of good business in Dallas-based jewelry market, but we don't know even basics in jewelry, but we learned and we are operating it, and we do the mistakes, but we learn from the mistakes, and we successfully running these three actually.
Throughout your entire journey, is there any important piece of advice that any important or meaningful person in your life has given you?
Oh yeah, definitely the consistency and patience. These are the two things that we need to. I'm not. There are a lot of my classmates who are very brilliant, who are getting to the IITs. I'm not that kind of IIT guy, but the things that I learned is consistency and the patience. When we do the things, the patience and the consistency makes me what I am today.
So, going back to 2004, obviously America is not what it was 11 years ago today. It's very different in terms of everything. Everything has changed. So what is the biggest piece of advice you want to give to any entrepreneur that wants to start their own business, or any investor or any master's student or anyone out there today who is in the struggling phase for them to achieve great things?
Yes. But this is the land of opportunities. You can start with any company with $100. But there are multiple opportunities. Whatever you do, make sure that do the due diligence before you do something. But at the same time, consistency and perseverance is the key for your success actually. Even though there's a lot of innovation going on the world, but you don't need to be an innovator actually. You need to know the innovation actually. You don't need to be innovator, but you should know that what is the innovation is happening in the world. I mean, always from the reading and getting to know the things, what's happening in the world is always make you be a better person actually.
To wrap up our interview today, our big idea, our big message that we want to convey to the audience in our society from you today is your story, your journey. How did you get here? Where did you start? Your hardships, the obstacles, everything that you had to do to be in the position that you are today.
I mean, I told you already, right? To start a company, we just need $100. That's it, actually. But I always tell you, the consistency and the perseverance is the key for any success. And I already told you, you don't need to be an innovator. You need to, what is the innovators are doing that you need to know. For example, if some innovation is going on, you need to know what is the things and always be sensible. I mean, the key word I want to tell you for the message that I want from my interview is common sense. Common sense, never be, and take the things light in the manner actually in the life. Okay, at the same time, you don't need to be a success. You don't need to be $100 million. That is not the success. How much happy you are, that is the success. The success metrics always depend on the happiness, not the amount that you earn actually. Amount you earn is good because you are giving an employment. When you earn more money, you are giving an employment for other people. Giving an employment is the good for you. That makes me more happiness. I always measure my success is based on the happiness.
Common sense, happiness, and $100.
Yeah.
That is all you need to be successful.
Yep.
Thank you so much for attending our interview and answering our
We
questions.
appreciate
Pleasure
the
always,
time with
actually.
us.
Thank you always.